Good day everyone, I'm Jimmy, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for supporting us all this while. Just remember that every like and subscribe goes a long way in supporting our production. Today, we're going to talk about an interesting topic that has been going around the internet and actually selling like hotcakes. I'm sure that you all would have heard of NFTs. The recent one actually sold for US $69 million to Vignesh Sundarasan, who also goes by the name of Mentakovan, which is a digital collage by artist Beeple that got auctioned off in Christie's, the first digital art that they have processed in their 250 years history. Call it a tacit endorsement by the wealthy clients of the fine art world that this new concept of blockchain minted digital art is now an accepted medium after this stratospheric amount paid for a JPEG or a hyperlink that some people might have realized. It is actually good news for digital artists, as there could finally be a defined sense of scarcity for digital files that could be downloaded, uploaded, and shared freely. NFTs are able to indicate ownership of the good through complex mathematical defined contracts, just to water it down. Not forgetting all the other NFTs that have been sold for insane amounts. Twitter's CEO Jack Dorsey's first tweet, internet meme Nyan Cat, and basketball superstar LeBron James' highlight reel on NBA Top Shot. Our stand on this is pretty clear. It's actually written in the title, and we are going to justify why. Just like the equities market, it's like paying for how much you think the underlying assets are worth, and the inherent risks will be after all the analysis into the company's fundamentals, the balance sheets, cash flow, management discussion and analysis, etc. But the value here in equities, the important word here is value, is that the perceived value changes every day based on external factors like news and technicals, and even internal factors like personal risk appetite of individuals are also pretty variable. It is actually decided on many factors that can intrinsically affect a person's decision to buy or sell, or even the amount to do so. So, the main point is that the value actually increases over time as a whole, looking at a broader market because of the markets around the world are generally advancing with time. But the difference here with NFTs is how does one actually value the underlying asset? There's no tangible analysis fundamentally and technically apart from the individual's taste and preference on the item or concept that allocates a value to it. The various NFTs out there are built more or less the same using the same technology, blockchain, if that's not the umpteenth time that one has heard this term being abused since the boom of cryptocurrency. We won't be diving into the intricacies of the technology today. If you're interested, which we think is actually a very amazing one by the way, don't get us wrong, you can check out the links we've attached below for your reference. Then again, tastes and preferences are inherently subjective, and so that brings us to the next topic that we should address. Where is the value in such NFTs, and how does one actually assign it based on what criteria? For equities and all those derivatives and products that have been in the financial markets for the longest time, it's evident that they have withstood the test of time and able to derive value for investors, traders, or even an avenue for financial institutions and governments to utilize and store value. For NFTs, all that value is trapped and bounded based on the initial valuation of the first buyer, and subsequent change of hands will be either based on the concept of willing buyers and sellers at a certain price, some basic economic stuff, or for more unorthodox reasons like perhaps a good store of value and business concepts. Take for example, the buyer of the digital art piece we mentioned previously is actually creating a virtual space or museum with many of the digital art pieces he had acquired previously, fractionalized and sold as B20 tokens. At least 5,300 people at the production of this video are known to have ownership of this shared space, as the value of these tokens continue to be traded on various crypto platforms. Well, this could be one way in which NFTs could effectively be utilized to create a virtual shared common space. With regards to the trapped values in NFTs, I guess this would still arguably justify the astronomical valuations, as collectively pulling together the valuation of such a concept to those willing buyers who are willing to own a fraction of such fine art that would not be possible if it were to be displayed on physical canvases. Nevertheless, NFTs are relatively new and will require a longer valuation period to determine the realism and to even develop current valuations of this space. We think that it's unsustainable for large amounts of capital to be constantly flowing through this space anyway, considering the billions of dollars that are already flowing through financial markets as we speak. Hence, looking at the level of disruptiveness, it's probably some news that would die down after the hype cools down. However, being an investment advice channel, We have to caution those who are thinking of investing into such assets, but there's still ways in which people are able to profit off NFTs through tokens and other methods. Stay tuned in the next part of this video as we'll be sharing how you could seize the opportunity in this NFC craze and actually position yourself for this brand new space. Till then, invest, save.
Ever since the day that you